Death. What happens after death? Well, no one knows for sure, but there are things that people believe that might happen after death. Some people believe that when you die, you're gone. That's it, it's over. You don't have a soul. When you die, you're gone. There's nothing after that. There's nothingness. Your body came from the earth, it dissolves into the earth once you stop breathing. Once your heart stops beating, you're gone. It's over. Absolute nothingness. Some other people believe that, hey, that's not true. There is a soul, you do have a soul, and it either goes to heaven or hell based on your deeds. If you do good, you go to heaven. And if you do bad, you go to hell. And some people in this belief system think that it's permanent, eternal. That is, you go to heaven and you stay there forever and ever and ever. There is no end to it. It's eternal. There is no time. And the same thing in hell. You're in hell forever till eternity. There is no time. It's just forever. People in this group think that, okay, you know what, that's not true. It's not permanent. It's temporary until your deeds are taken care of. When you go to heaven, it's like kind of going to a vacation. You did a good deed, so you're awarded a vacation, but once it's over, once you've earned it, time to get back. Similarly, in hell, it's like going to a jail. Once your sentence has been completed for your bad deed that you did, it's time to get back. Some people believe that, yeah, that's true, you have a soul, but it doesn't go to heaven or hell, but it rather reincarnates here on earth, again, based on your deeds. Or it reincarnates elsewhere, again, based on your deeds. And when I say elsewhere, who knows? The possibilities are endless. Why just earth? Why should you reincarnate back to the earth? The earth is just one of the planets among the trillions and trillions and infinite amount of planets in this existence. For all we know, the possibilities are endless. You could be born anywhere. Earth is one of the planets that we know supports life. What if there is another planet elsewhere that supports life as well? And maybe even better than the Earth. And that planet could be superior to our Earth or inferior to the Earth. Who knows? And what if life itself has so many dimensions to it? Like the life that we know on Earth is one of the dimensions. There might be life in other dimensions as well. The possibilities again are endless because the universe is endless. Now, some other people believe that it floats around the existence. And people believe that this would happen because of the unexpected death that was brought upon to the particular individual. The unseen force, if you will. Some people call it God. Let's just say a force. Let's just say that God has nothing to do with death. It just happens. It's like natural. It's a nature. It's like you get thirsty and you drink water. Now, are you saying that God is intending that? Or that unseen force is intending that? No, it's just the nature of your existence. Similarly, the nature of that body was to die of some unexpected death. Let's say that somebody died of accident. Now, there is soul that floats around the existence because they committed suicide. There could be many reasons why they ended it. Some people just drop dead walking. Let's say they had a sudden cardiac arrest and they died. And all these people had intense desire to do something. So in that case, they float around. They float around the existence because their intense desire is not being taken care of. Their desire is so intense that they cannot even find anything that they can take over right now. Now, some other people believe that if you achieve a certain amount of excellence in the way you live, if you become that person who has no intense desire, who doesn't look down upon anything, who doesn't look up to anything. Success, failure, happiness, misery, sadness, everything is the same for him. That person disintegrate or dissolve into the existence. You have a soul, but that soul never comes back. It never floats around. It never goes to heaven or hell. It never reincarnates. It just disintegrates or dissolves into the existence. Existence is everything combined. And when you dissolve into the existence, you become part of the existence. So, in other words, you become the existence. And some people call this existence in simple words as God. So, you kind of become God, a part of God, or God Himself. You are the existence because you dissolved into it. Well, the possibilities are endless, but for all we know, we don't know exactly what happens after death. But whatever the case may be, we actually don't care about any of this, don't we? I mean, it doesn't matter if you go to hell or heaven and we reincarnate or we disintegrate because we are alive right now. We're living, we're breathing. The point is to just worry about one existence at a time, isn't it? Because at the end, whatever happens after death, which we'll never know, because when people die, they have nobody to talk to it about. Suppose you go to heaven and stay there forever, you'll never come back. You go to hell and stay there forever, you never come back. But if you do come back, you don't remember all that, do you? It's been erased. Similarly, you were something in your previous life, and let's say that you have been born on earth 2000th time. This is your 2000th time on the earth. Now, what the hell you were 1999 times before is irrelevant, isn't it? And you don't care if you have to come back here 2000 more times. You don't care what your 4000th birth is going to be like right now. Just like in everyday life, you don't care what happens yesterday or a day before yesterday. If you do, well, then you're heading towards depression, living in the past. The same thing in the future. If you think about tomorrow or the day after or every day after tomorrow, you are worried about your future. Hence, you're anxious. And when you are in this state of mind, you will forget to live in the present, which is today. So if you live today, you don't care about yesterday and the day before yesterday, or tomorrow and the day after it, or any day after tomorrow, or any day before yesterday, because you're living in the present, you're living right now. So in the end of the day, no matter what happens after death, is just one life at a time, isn't it? What are we going to do in this life? So at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter what happens after death. But all that matters is, what do we do when we do have this life with us? And what best can we do with it? Well, it's just a thought. That's all for now. Namaste.